The preview you are about to watch is for a movie that is unlike any you have ever seen before. It is for a movie that goes beyond temporary fear to everlasting terror. It is a movie called Demons. Yes, the demons are coming, and they're coming for you. Warning. If you have the courage to see demons, sit near an exit. Otherwise, you might never get out. In your theater, who will survive the touch of the demons and who will not? Demons. With music by Billy Idol, Motley Crue, The Adventures, Rick Springfield, and Saxon. This is no dream. This is happening right now. And it could be happening to you. Demons. They will make cemeteries their cathedrals, and the cities will be your tombs. Will you survive it? Demons.
Hey, wait! There's something weird here. Callie?
Hello? 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 Hello?
Attention all filmmakers. You have short films or full features without a district. Come to www.fhffsd.org. That is the fantastic horror film festival. So hurry up. Submit now.
The preview you are about to watch is for a movie that is unlike any you have ever seen before. It is for a movie that goes beyond temporary fear to everlasting terror. It is a movie called Demons. Yes, the demons are coming, and they're coming for you. Warning, if you have the courage to see demons, sit near an exit. Otherwise, you might never get out. In your theater, who will survive the touch of the demons, and who will not? Demons. With music by Billy Idol, Motley Crue, The Adventures, Rick Springfield, and Saxon. This is no dream. This is happening right now. And it could be happening to you. Demons. They will make cemeteries their cathedrals, and the cities will be your tombs. Will you survive it? Demons.
Hello everyone, this is Gruesome Hertzogg. My very special guest today is the legend, Bobby Rhodes. You know him from Demons and Demons 2 and many, many other films. Also, my special guest is director Alex Medea Levy. He is the director of 6 Dana 66 Gadina that's in the works for an awesome looking film. Bobby, the first film I want to talk to you about is called Virgin of the Jungle in 1967.
Yes, was that Virgin of Jungle was one of my first appears in a movie, and I didn't have let's say lines in that. I was one of these aborigine, was in this jungle. Anyway, so they mentioned because it's a curriculum, and I saw the film and I recognized myself, but not me. One fan told me, where were you in the who were you? I was one of that with a long, I had a hair that time. It was very good because I came in Rome, tried to become an actor, and that time they offered me this little role in this film, and another one with Lucio Fulci that I had some line, fortunately. Only a couple of minutes in that movie, but it was great. So I still have the tape, and I like it. I have it was a good to start in some way, for every actors when they got the first line. I think is the best things in their life, the first time.
Another film, you mentioned it, One on Top of the Other, in 1969.
Yeah, that was the film. On top of the other, there with Lucio Fulci. Yes, I know the story about this guy, but that time for me was easy. I don't know, but he liked me some way. I was acting naturally, and I didn't have any difficulty with this director. So I heard about, after years later, I heard that he was terrible on set, this and that, and insulting people. But, he has a bad temper. Anyway, he was a genius, anyway. A genius. That's why. For me it was easy in some way. I cannot complain. I cannot say, no, he was different or, was a great, and I discovered that was Lucio Fulci time later. And I'm very happy that, I've been direct from him, and I can see myself in this old tape I got. It's good.
Now you went from early films to a film in 1979. It's called The Great Alligator. What was your experience like in that?
You before that I got this role with Sergio Martino in a film called The Fisherman Island. And what's up? They didn't mention my name, so at the end of I was looking the film with all my family because it was so, you expecting, oh, I done a film, So we got to the cinema and looked the film. So at the end, I was very disappointed. Don't find my name. And I called my agent, and lawyer, and so I got this other movie to give me another role, and that's I've been in Sri Lanka for that time with Sergio Martini, and I start to appreciate more the director than the first time. Barbara Bach and Mel Ferrer. Okay, I get great friendship with him that time. I used to eat a lot of avocados in the morning, and I even don't know what avocado was because I was coming from Italy, and I didn't appreciate too much the taste of now. Now I like it. And but he was so pleased every morning to eat these avocados there. And so the experience was, we became friends, with Barbara Bach, Claudio Cassinelli, that was the actor, and he died. We have Sergio Martino. And really, I appreciate the way he directs. If you're going to see the movie, the role is good. My role is good. In some way, I'm pleased to make that movie.
It's called Hunter of the Apocalypse. You played a character of Carlos. What was your experience like on?
Yeah, the war movie was excited for me. It was because I like the action anyway. And I was good fan for Francis Ford Coppola because I saw the movie Apocalypse Now. And a year later, so I got this, Vietnam role, the soldiers and stuff there, going in the same place where Francis Ford Coppola was shooting, the Philippines. So in the hotel, they, in my room there were names of some actors say, I've been here, with the Francis Ford Coppola film, that way. Was so pleased, so good to see something like that. And we're shooting in the same location because that the Italian is they are approfittano.
They make the best out of whatever is there already.
They save money. There were some sort of platform. They're still there. And maybe they show to some tourists going to the Philippines.
The same set.
The same set. There are some parts, in the same island, the same place, so along the river. And I was so pleased to get this role of soldier and American soldier in Vietnam. That was cool for me and great, to something like that. That's I've done my best, I think, and also I must to be great to Antonio Margheriti because he was the only one who told me to shave to become bald and shave my hair because I'm start losing my hair, and he gave me this advice and I took it, and he created a character of me. Because with the hair, possible I won't work. It won't work. Create a character.
Yeah, you also was in a film in 1980. It's called The Rebel, and you played a character of Jamaica.
The Rebel, 1980s. The Rebel. They were German-Italian co-production. Was shooting in Berlin. And that time, that was before the Apocalypse Now, anyway, the Last Hunter. Because I still had the hair, I'm starting, and I was a sort of Jamaican giant, who smash with, with the hand, he smash everything, stuff like that, and then against the policeman was another great experience. I start to grow in there, and I start to become also a stuntman, because I had to falling down myself. I've been helping by the stuntman's director. So I start to thinking I can do many other things in this field. It's only actor. I can also do stunts, and what I did. So at the end, I shoot in 3 or 4 at least, stuntman roles, something like that. You can experiment yourself in many other roles, and I'm very pleased. I've done also many other films in Italy that from comedy, from many other characters anyway, and I'm pleased, at the end of my career. So I've done a lot of roles anyway.
But you have another film that I've never seen. It's called Bomber in 1982. You played a character of Newman.
Yes, it was another great because there were Bud Spencer, yes, Bud Spencer, and he was a great man anyway, well known abroad. I don't know in America, but he was well known, and so his film were distributed all over the world. And I done this boxer, the character of boxer, yes, and see another role, so I'm lucky because they offer me many types of different roles, and you have to learn something from time to time. But the difference from Italy and America is that they don't send you to many places before acting, and so doing like boxer doing or progression. In America it's different. You can experiment it. If you had a role of doctor, you're going to see many doctors, and stuff like that. In Italy, possible they give you the lines 1 week before, or otherwise, 2 days before, and you have to be prepared. The Italian way. So I had to invent it, a lot of my stuff on myself, watching movie, watching people. That was my street lesson, to watching people.
Now, I interviewed Sybil Danning. She was in this film with Lou Ferrigno, and it's called Hercules in 1983.
Lou Ferrigno was a very nice guy that time. I know he cannot speak properly, but I didn't stay with him a lot, but I saw the person. Was nice, very very nice person anyway, and something happened that in some way I was worried about the people who carry me, because I was playing the role of this king ex Dama, that with my queen we were bringing on shoulder in a skeleton portarella, come si chiama?
Well, brought onto the shoulders.
Yeah, but with skeleton stuff like an elephant. Like a structure. But was because that was huge. They cannot, because we were shooting in this small beach that was impossible to go with any sort of items there. So they had to discharge by a boat this huge skeleton portantina. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And because of the water, start to be sucking water structure, and you can imagine was heavy. I was heavy, and the lady, and these 10 people, I don't know, they work like donkey. But I suffer for them because they have to walk for 50, 60 meters to shooting that, and I was sorry for them. I was comfortable, but uncomfortable because I don't want people to suffer too much. The expression was real. But I didn't know, that time I didn't know was so famous or something like that in America. My experience was the special effects. I never saw something like that. You had to act a long time ago. You had to act like now. It's more easy in the green, blue screen or stuff like that. But that time you have to watch because he has to grow. He's become a giant. And we were acting like you don't see anybody there, but the director say, okay, you act, he's growing, and you have to, express yourself like he's a huge, massive person. And when I saw the film, that was, amazing. I didn't expect this special effect that were new. Normally it was digital, I don't know, at that time. I saw this person came with a little bag and takes up and say this and that, 2-3 points, and that's it. And at the end, you see this huge gigant that was Luferino Hawk. Hercules growing was huge. Was fantastic anyway.
Yeah, you have another film in '83 as well called Hearts and Armor. You played a mercenary. What was your experience like in that film?
Hearts and Armor with Ron Moss that became famous with the Syria in America, and he was a model. I say model.
Yeah,
a model. Top model.
Yeah.
That time, America.
Oh, Ron Moss, the one from
Yeah.
Bold and Beautiful.
Yes.
Oh,
that one. That was, was in a film. Yeah, it was I think one of the first films he made in Italy. Giacomo Battiato was the director, and I was with this skeleton metal in my head, Saraceni, come si chiama?
The Moors.
The Moors. I was a Moor. Great experience. That's now you remember me all this film. That's I had the opportunity to make many roles, and I'm pleased for that.
Now here's a film, 2 films that you're in that you are now known as a horror icon. That is Demons and Demons 2. I love this film. It's a fan favorite. It has the American soundtrack in the first one. What was your experience like in that film?
So the director called me for the second one. So that's I knew that the first one was a very big success all over the world, and but I was still a modest actor in some way because they offered me the second role. That's the Italian way. It's fantastic, because I said, I was dead in the film. No, don't worry, we get another role for you in the section.
Actually, nobody ever saw you dying.
Don't worry, you got another role, you can be the brother or don't worry. Okay, so, you offer me good money, sir, now, and they said, no, we offer you less money this time because all the money going for the special effects. Okay, so, I take it, because I knew for them that the film was going very well all over the world, and they make a lot of money for that movie.
But you realize how big it was only when you started going to conventions.
Yeah, now a few years ago, that's we're going in America. And
you couldn't believe it.
I couldn't believe it. That's I was quite retired for this film because you think you've done a lot of movies. Nobody
Sorry, thought he had retired, then he met me.
But in the second one, for me was more fun in some way because I knew the Asia and Asia Argento. She was a little bit grow up, and her family, and Dario Argento too. And it was different. Anyway, you can call them family for that time. So we were talking more. We were, joking sometimes. In some way was
more relaxed.
More relaxed, yeah. Was more relaxed than the first one. But the first one was because was the first one. We tried to do our best, and with the leading actors there, because I had the role, but I was a character only. But they are, the leading actors are the other two, Natasha Aui and Barberini. They try, they didn't have a lot of experience movie. Only Natasha Aui was well known. But we talking a lot about the characters with Barberini and the other guy. We became friends and like a small family. And every time before shooting, we were talking about the characters. And so that's the film. That's what's happened at the time.
You were in Urban Animals in '87 with Donald Pleasence. What was your experience like with Donald Pleasence?
So I know him from Halloween. Yes, yeah, it was the great. But I didn't talk too much to him. It was different. It was a little bit distant in some way, and there are some actors like Ferrer or Barbara Bach or others, that's Anthony Quinn, Ernest Borgnine. That's quite smart, quite more. I feel more human in some way. The Americans are better in some way because they are very, very friendly. That's what I saw in my career. So all the Americans, if they are Hollywood actors, for the Italians are very huge. You come from Hollywood, you're huge. Even John Savage, I met him, and who dies? David S. David S.
Oh, David S. Yeah.
David S. Also, that's. Friend people, they are very modest, really. They're no diva when they met them on set, and Viggo Mortensen. So also fantastic. Yeah, they respect your job, because they compare to them. But there are others. I don't know if it was timid anyway, like me, but. Maybe he's the one. He was a little bit shy and possible. We didn't talk too much, but I respect him because he was a big, huge actor.
We're in the 90s now, in 91, and you played a character of Detective Jackson in a film called Detective Malone. What was your experience like in that one?
That was a combination of that's the genius of the Italians. So he had some really, come si chiamano, degli spezzoni cinematografici, dei pezzi. They were already shooting another movie.
Okay. What he's trying to say that they used leftovers from other films.
And they put, the genius, they put together, they get the story, they get the location, so already shooting in America or, stuff like that. And they make a film, they invented a new story, and they make a film. That was, I was even surprised. My role was great. A detective. It was not bad.
You also played in a film in 92 as a pathologist in a film Circle of Fear.
Aldolado, yes, but but I understand. I know he was an intellectual director in some way in Italy, considered.
But you remember the film?
Aldolado. But it's not a big role anyway. It was a small role. So I even forgot.
It's 15 hours.
No, there are plenty of them, but like War Bus 2, and there are others that you going abroad, you became family with the team, all the cast and everybody there, because you live in there. They are the best normally.
Oh, don't worry. Scott has only got up to 92. He's got a few more.
Okay. Tell me about some other.
Now we're in 1997, in a film called Soft Air. You played a character of Bobby. What was the experience like in that film?
Any Italian, how do you say, experiment possible? And that was an actor who became director. And now he changed name. It was an Italian name. They change for try to sell abroad.
Sorry, Scott, do you know the name of the director?
No, but he changed in English. He's not in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's Argentinian. Claudio Mazin, the name. The real name was Claudio Mazin. No, it doesn't say anything. But anyway, he got a role also in this movie. I think he's one of the bad guys too, and he directed the film. And I was a bad guy anyway. So action movie.
Sorry if I interrupt you guys, but the thing is that in 2005, I think it was when Bobby and I met, because I'm friends with his children, so we started talking, and because obviously Bobby moved to the UK. And nothing from one thing to the other, and I said, okay, let's see who remembers you out there. And we started then going to conventions. And when we went to New Jersey at the Chiller, great convention there, we met Joe Zazo, who's a great fan of Bobby's. And we were already shooting some of the stuff that then we used for the web series Tony the Pimp. So Joe did a part in one of the episodes where we show the gym for Hank, the gym instructor, and Joe said, okay, as soon as you come through New York, then Bobby has to be guest on my series. And I said, okay, deal done. And that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
So you can continue now.
Yeah.
Is that for me?
Yeah, yes.
My first short was actually in 2004, because I come from a TV career as a director. So when I started making films was late 2003. And in 2004, I did my first short, and it was presented at the Cannes Film Festival. And I did another few. Then in 2007, I was invited by the Cuban government. I don't know if we can say these on an American podcast, but anyway, I went to La Habana to direct a play at the National Theatre, and in that occasion, I worked on a short film, which was a docudrama with regards to the prostitution for tourists and stuff like that, and that later won a few awards. But no, it wasn't the first one. Actually, Tony the Pimp, the web series, came to both myself and Jerry, who's my partner in crime when we deal with Bobby. Yeah, because Jerry's got a very vivid imagination, and he's a fan of Bobby's anyway. So we came up with the idea because we wanted to kind of say thanks to all Bobby's fans out there, and all the support that they've shown Bobby since the very first day we began to put stuff out there on Facebook. We started with MySpace actually when Facebook wasn't around yet. we wanted to say thanks to them, and for that reason, when we toured the US with different conventions, we got in touch with various fans who were either passionate about making films or within the industry in some way. And we managed to get loads of people collaborating on each of the episodes in different cities around the US. And that was probably the best thing, because not only you are shooting a bit of a web series, but also for the fans, having a chance to spend a whole day with Bobby was I think, an incredible.
Well, now here's a new film that you guys are working on. I guess we can talk about it. It's 6 Dana 66 Gadina. It's directed by you and written by Michael S. Rodriguez and yourself. Now, as you know, I interviewed Michael S. Rodriguez. That's how I got into finding out about this project. What can you talk about, or if you can?
It's no longer a secret. I mean, the whole thing started actually last year because Bobby has a very huge link with Serbia for family and personal reasons. I went out there for a nice occasion, and we started talking about the possibility of making a film out there. There had been a few horror films coming out of Serbia, very interesting. And so I was completely caught by one of the main stories around Serbia. When you go to a country for the first time and you don't know much about it, and people start telling you stories, there's always one that catches you in a particular way. And the one that caught my eye was the fact that Serbia, just second only to Poland, had its population completely decimated by the Nazis during the Second World War. About 75% of the population was killed. And they have, different shrines and museums and stuff like that. So, for someone who has a particular personal interest in the horrors that the Nazi did around Europe at the time, finding yet another country that has gone through that, it's unbelievable. But the very incredible thing is that Serbians still nowadays have got loads of urban legends going around talking about the ghost of Nazi soldiers. There's a whole very intricate story going on at the moment. So this made my fantasy run wild. I came back at the end of August, and by the end of October, the film was written. It was pretty much a catharsis for me. I just couldn't stop writing. And because it was my first time writing horror, I definitely needed some help with the gore stuff, because I really didn't know how to express myself in terms of gore. And I was already in touch with Michael, because he had been working on a film, The Fallen One, and he wanted Bobby to star in it. So we were in touch. And I really, really liked the script for The Fallen One. So I called him and I said, listen, I need help with the gore in this film. Would you do it? And he said, yeah, why not? So we started collaborating, and I know he takes it for a compliment, but his mind is really twisted.
Amen. I know it. He very twisted, but talented.
I mean, every time he would send me a scene of gore, I was like, how could he even think of that? So it was really, really good, and the result was incredible. Every person we've sent the script to, they have all reacted in an incredible way.
It's fantastic, yes.
They all relate to the script in a very personal and intimate manner. And that was what I was aiming for, and I'm really happy that so far everybody has reacted in a very positive way to the film.
Now, when you wrote it, did you base the character around Bobby?
Bobby's character was written upon the description that Bobby gave me of one of his neighbors.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Really. Oh, it's cool.
So I had to kind of come out with an hybrid between his neighbor and him. But definitely the character's been written with Bobby in mind and only him.
Yes.
That's one of the things that now we are in touch with different production companies and, for the fundings and the distribution and the sales. That was one of the main points for me. There are many, many variables in the project, but there are only two constant, which are Bobby Rhodes and Milorad Kapoor. I mean, they are not going to be changed. If you want, I can send you the script so you can read it.
Awesome. I would love to read it. I know Michael sent me a script of the Fallen one that I'm also reading. But thanks. Thanks a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very good.
We had some investors, but I'm afraid because of the credit crunch, a couple of them, they just came out of the equation. So everything went back to scratch. And we decided to see whether or not the fans would like to participate, and we put the project on Kickstarter. And then many of the fans on Bobby's Facebook page, they inundated Bobby with several messages saying that Kickstarter's system wouldn't allow them to pledge donations. So all the credit cards were blocked and loads of troubles for everyone. So we are actually going to post next a message to everybody to say, we need to take the project off Kickstarter, because unfortunately I have got in touch with them and they haven't come up with any solution whatsoever. They keep saying that it's the people that are literally stupid and they don't know how to use their own credit cards, and I can't accept.
They're idiots.
Exactly, yeah. So we will definitely try and find another platform, but to be completely honest, we have at the moment 3 different production houses interested in the project. So the thing for me was actually to use Kickstarter to make fans part of the project. In a way, even though you give 25 quid or 50 quid or whatever, but in a way you are well motivated because you are being part of the making process. And it gets a lot more interesting because it creates some expectation, and it's always good for the fans to be there from day one. I don't know whether we're going to go with the Indiegogo or whatever else is out there, because I still think that a small part of the money should come from the fans in order to make them part of the production making process. I mean, what I liked about Kickstarter was their policy of not taking the money off people unless the quote is reached. I like that because it's it guarantees transparency.
Yeah.
At least you fan that want to give money to my project, you know that if I don't reach the quote, your money has never left your card, which I think is very fair.
Yes.
Is a fair policy. The problem is that if only that system worked, because having so many of Bobby's fans writing to him, I mean, Bobby's been calling me literally every night saying, another fan called me today on Facebook saying that they couldn't give me money. And it's really frustrating because they only give you 60 days to reach the quote. And if you can't do it because of the system faults, then automatically it may appear to the fans as a bit of a failure. And it's not fair. It's not fair for someone who does it out of passion and works his ass off on such a project. I definitely think we should go for some other platform, and definitely in the new year, because I mean, our luck is that we we also probably rushed in onto the Kickstarter, not considering the fact that we were going towards the holiday season, and also towards a season where they have loads and loads of charity pledges and stuff like that. And also, the same day we put it on Kickstarter, the horrible thing in Southeast Asia happened. So, it's horrible, and we don't want to create any clash. If people can give to charity, better they do it first, and then we can talk about film.
So, Bobby, is there anything else that you want to mention that you're attached to, or any projects down the road?
Well, you should say that you.
Yeah. So we got also the Spanish film.
No, you've written a film yourself. You should say that. Nothing.
I understand that
we're still at the correction stages. Bobby's recent film, unfortunately,
is another horror film,
but we're not going to say anything about it because Bobby's very, very, very private about it. Yes, there are a few projects still in the pipeline. One possibly at the beginning of the new year with a young Spanish director. And that would be probably a good thing for Bobby because he would go back to action again. Then,
that's true.
Hopefully he can't
action
wait.
and horror.
He's
or
done
science fiction.
He's done also a cameo in another UK production. Which, funny enough, has got a French title, Le Accélérateur. But it's a very particular project because it's all been done using an original 70s Super 8 on black and white film, real film, and it follows, the story is pretty much following around a Chinese mafia guy who happens to meet loads of very famous people and ends up either fighting them or killing them. So it's quite a...
Wow, that sounds very good, though. Sounds interesting. So, Bobby, the script that you're writing for your film, do you have a location?
Yeah. The good location is still Serbia.
Very cool.
It's a paranormal horror film in some way. It's not... I say a very low budget because there are some special effects inside the story. But so I don't want to talk too much because fingers
crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But one thing I have to say, since the very beginning, Bobby and I started to work together. He said to me, "I want to work as much as possible with young filmmakers." It's one of his things because he thinks that his name may help them, and they, with their fresh ideas, may help him. So it's very adamant to work with young people because for as much as we can think that it's been around for ages, but Bobby's actually a very young spirit. I'm the old one between the two.
Yes,
and always struck by the news that even on the Empire, they did a list. They called the 666 list of the best horror characters in all the films during the last few years. And first of all, Tony the Pimp was at 287 on 666, so it's actually incredible. But also when they mentioned Bobby, they even mentioned the web series Tony the Pimp. So, it means that probably something good has been done so far. Thank you for having us, and I'll send you the script as soon as possible so that you can tell me what you think.
Well, thanks, Bobby, for your time for this interview, and same to you, Alex, for joining me today. It was a great interview. I had a great time. So you guys take care of yourself and keep in touch.
Definitely. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Hey, wait! There's something weird here.